Hello everybody and welcome back to episode 14 of our Pokemon Scarlet Nuzlocke here on Weeyum 2D Gaming.
Thunderclouds.
Jack, what we do last time?
We laughed a lot. I laughed a lot.
That was like 3 videos ago?
That was 2 videos ago.
We laughed about an old man around house kicking a car cadet in the back of the head while everyone just stares at it like, Dee!
No. The girl was gonna be like freaked out, like, why would you do that?
What did we do last time? We did the gym.
Yeah.
Did we
It
do?
was uneventful.
Oh. The lingering aroma clings. We got new Pokemon last time.
We did.
Do you remember what we named it? You can't cheat.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We caught a Bramblin that we named Giggles.
That's right, we did name it Giggles. Why did we name it Giggles? Oh, because for some reason you think it is laughing and it's not laughing. Randy's getting close to evolving. What we named Spoinks? Was it Springy?
Yeah.
Springy's getting close to evolving. Our Rockstar's getting close to evolving. We just have to not lose Randy in a dumb way. So our entire goal for this episode is to make our way to the Steel Titan and or do the Steel Titan after we do some trainer battles for some quick XP levels.
Mm-hmm.
I am a little scared about it. Because even though we have a fire type, that Steel Pokemon knows ground moves.
Right.
Which could be disastrous if a critical hit.
Yeah.
Or anything went wrong. And it's me, so everything goes wrong, as anyone who's watched this channel knows. So we're going to do a little exploring real quick for some trainers. Get some quick XP gains in. And then we'll head towards the Titan. Sound like a plan?
Yep.
You're very affirmative?
Did you want me to say no?
That's not good. Is it just rock or is it rock ground?
Rock.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
I mean, flamethrower is not gonna... Never mind. Flamethrower is a really good move. Is Randy a special attacker?
I don't think so.
Really?
No, wait, I do think so. I think you were wrong.
You're no stranger to hard work. You don't even know. I'm a stranger to work, period. That's not true, but I hate it. I hate working. I just want to catch Pokemans for the rest of my life. Ah. So, what's been your favorite part so far?
Of this game?
Not including Jolteon. Not including Thunderclaws? What's your favorite Pokemon that we've caught in names so far, not including our starter and Thunderclaws?
Let me check the list.
Looking for more trainers.
I like Rockfield.
I like Rockfield a lot too. I like
Yeah.
learning that Lion Rock's actually a good Pokemon.
Yeah, it was like a pleasant surprise finding that out.
I'm gonna be even happier when we evolve to a Rockstar or Corviknight.
Yeah.
His eyes are so wide. That's bad. That's just bad all around.
Why is fighting good against fire?
Not exactly, but Hariyama is a tank. A very big tank. And if it knows counter, we'd be even more screwed.
Yeah, I don't like that move. It should be illegal.
Yeah, it's illegal to me. That's fine. He'll knock off my item, but whatever. Not my charcoal. It just hits the ground, sizzles out. Lose it. Have to go spend 3,000 more
I
Pokédollars.
was just thinking, like, now your flamethrower is only 1 damage.
No. I'd be so sad. A lot of, like, I know the trainers are lower level, but the Titan in this area is somewhere around, like, level 28 to 30. So it's not that we don't have the advantage. It's just, I mean, I'm also kind of a little bit tired of, oh wait, a lot tired that I didn't have that in my game. I'm also kind of tired of having to grind a ton of times off. I didn't see the Diglett. Having to grind a lot off screen. It's not a big issue, but it takes like 20 minutes every time. So, I'd also like to do more trainer battles. It kind of feels lame if we just only do the important stuff. It feels like we have a lot less chances to lose. You know?
Oh, I figure that with the lack of Pokemon fighting like wild Pokemon, that you were making up for it with trainer battles.
Yeah, but the trainers are so much harder to find than the old ones. So I think we've only done probably 20 trainer battles tops, if that. If we were to count, we're probably less than that.
Well, once you defeat all the Titans, because if you guys haven't noticed, defeating the Titans unlocks travel methods for your riding Pokemon. So I figure once you...
We could get a team of Thunderbolts anyway.
Yeah. But once you do all that, then you'll be able to backtrack and catch up on the ones that you missed.
So many of the women in this game are super buff.
I know, it's crazy.
Hiker Angela. That's bad. Why is everything so bad for me?
Her frame reminds me of the lady from The Last of Us Part 2.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm drawing a blank. Abby?
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I feel like Abby wore it a little more natural.
Well, I feel like that was a lot more realistic looking than this game.
Well, they mocapped her, I'm assuming?
Oh, I assume.
Like, it's not that this looks bad, it just looks like they kind of took a guy's body and then put a woman's head on it.
I mean, some women are like that naturally, though.
I mean, yeah, some women are naturally like that, but they're...
Like Abby.
The thing with Pokemon is they only use one model. So they're all like that.
Yeah, a lot of the women are kind of buff,
So
not just the hiker women.
So it's like, in this game, if you're a woman, you either have two styles. You're either just very tiny and super thin, or... I just want to fight it for quick XP. You're either very tiny and super thin, or very big and buff. There's no in-between. Oh yeah, so we're always beating up the cars, and they have Reverums. That's the unevolved form. Varoom. Gotta show it off, you know?
So you can get your own car.
Yeah, so you could. I wish we could get our own car. I'm looking for some more trainers. Oh yes, the Hill of Items. I love it.
But you know what? I like Abby.
I didn't mind Abby. A lot of people hate Abby though.
I think because of her
Spoiler.
doing what she did.
I mean, by now everyone knows what The Last of Us 2 is, so you know, her killing Joel, not very great in the first 30 seconds of the game. It's not like I disagree that they should have killed Joel, they just shouldn't have killed Joel in the first 30 seconds. If anything, they should have done it where you play as Abby first, and you go through a part of Abby's story until a certain point. Because a lot of Abby's story doesn't involve Joel.
Well, the thing is, like, her reason for doing it makes sense. Like,
yeah, but you didn't, even when they went through all the beginning stuff, you didn't know that. They never stated it.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. That's why having, like, you know, having her journey and everything first, and then her killing him, probably would have made people more empathetic.
Which would have made her a better character.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't mind her that much. You know my stance on The Last of Us period is I don't really like it that much, but it's more playing it. Didn't enjoy playing the games.
Yeah, I liked the story. I didn't so much like the gameplay of the first one. The second one was vastly improved, the gameplay.
Oh, the second one had... So the first one had, at least to me, poor gameplay. Something that was bad gameplay, it just... what's the company that makes them again?
Naughty Dog?
Yeah, Naughty Dog to me always makes good games, but they always make bad gameplay. And they always have, and I don't know why. And I play all their games. Play them all. But I just always hate the gameplay mechanics of their games. It's like they're just there. Like they just... If they tweaked it just a little bit.
I remember you playing Uncharted for like the first time, and...
Oh, Uncharted made me so angry.
you would literally have rage fits from that game because it was just so frustrating to you to, you know, that the physics mechanics were not same throughout. One jump you couldn't make, whereas another you could. You know, one you don't take fall damage, one you die.
No, I don't think so. That's a different guy. Okay, nope. It's not a different guy. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about The Last of Us 2 here. No, because we were on a tangent about the girls.
Yeah. I don't mind talking about The Last of Us, though.
I don't mind talking about any other game during this. It's not like we're doing anything exciting yet.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of
looking... That's why we get a comment that just hates us for,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
empathizing with Abby and, talking smack about Naughty Dog because they are perfect and don't make mistakes.
Like I said, I played every Naughty Dog game, for the most part. There's probably a few out there that aren't super popular I may not have played. Why is everything so bad to me? Randy, no, you're in... Jack, we lost him to the rocks.
He's a rock Pokemon.
Jack, help. But, you know, I just... Something like I absolutely...
You know he knows Earthquake, right?
I think the worst part is that Gold Leader's going to watch this. Does he know Earthquake? He can see. No.
How are we supposed to know how Jolteon's feeling?
Sad. I can't even get the camera. That rock just shot an electric ball. Someone call the police.
Rockion.
Rockion. I would like to capture the mountain. It's been decided. Yeah, like, Gold Leader's gonna watch this. He's gonna give me shit at work.
Why?
Because I always tell them that I think it's the worst game ever made. Because it makes them mad.
So I think the worst part of The Last of Us, to me anyways, since this was before really our time, but The Last of Us to me just felt so overhyped.
Well, so The Last of Us was the original reason I bought a PS3.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought that when the PS4 was coming out. So
why'd you run into it if you're just gonna run away?
I didn't see it. It spawned in front of me. What are you talking about?
I watched you walk into it.
And, you know, I never thought it was a bad game. I just don't think it's as good as everyone thinks it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it had a good story, but the gameplay was shit. And it was super, super repetitive.
Are you excited for the show coming out?
No. Isn't it? Who's making the show?
HBO?
No. Actually,
I'm kind of excited for it.
HBO? It might actually be okay, but the problem is, what story are you going to tell? Hey, look, it's Arvin. Spoilers, it's Arvin. Yo, Weefer! So somewhere in one of the mines that are around here, we should find the lurking Steel Titan! That's how I imagine that Arvin sounds. It's probably not true.
So,
yeah, what story could they possibly want to tell now with the story being over?
Well, I don't think it's a continuation of the story. I think they're, it's either gonna be in the same universe, but different, like it's a different location, you know, it has nothing to do with the main characters, or they're just gonna retell the story like The Walking Dead, how it's same but different from the comics, you know.
That's gonna make so many people mad if they reuse the same characters.
The thing is, I think that's the route they're going. I think Ellie, whatever her name is, I think she's a focal point of the show.
They're gonna make so many people mad. It doesn't matter. Stop doing that. Like, it's fine to use the universe, and do not try to retell a story or try to change a little story that people already love.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they change The Last of Us 2 story, then I could see people being like,
well, that might be a direction they take with it, is that they're gonna keep, you know, the part 1 pretty along the same lines, and then once it comes to part 2, they're gonna be like, okay, that didn't go well, so we're gonna do it differently this time.
Like I said, and the worst part about 2 is if they had just changed up the way it worked. Like, I know they want people to be like, oh, Abby's the worst person, everyone hates them. And then be like, oh, but you should start caring for her when you find out all these issues, the reason she did. But that's not how people work. People don't work like that.
First impressions, baby.
People see that like, oh, they killed Joel and I hate them forever. If they had just done it in a little reverse order, it actually starts to make sense on why it happened. But the problem is, they just pissed off the entire fan base.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even a fan of the games. That's the problem. So from an outside perspective, all they do is piss off, and it's not even the entire fan base that hates it. There's people in the fan base who love it. But there's a huge part of the fan base that just hates that. And that's where they did it wrong. It would have made so much more sense if you played as Abby, and then while playing as Abby, you got to a point I was like, is that super effective? No. You know, you play to a point, and then when the timelines basically conjoin, and that's where you pick it up. And that would have been good. It wouldn't have even been that bad. People wouldn't have been that mad. But they literally took the main character, and everyone loved the first game because of Joel. I never hear anyone say they loved it because of Ellie, because Ellie was mad annoying. They always just say it because they love Joel. So you take a character that everybody loves, and, you know, 10 minutes in the game, you're like, dead. And it's like, yeah, that's a real great way to make the fan base happy.
Do you, like, and this is, you know, just me asking, I'm not trying to make a point or anything, but do you think that it would have been a better game that instead of Joel dying, it was Ellie? And honestly, you played as Joel getting revenge.
Honestly, I could see that being a better game. Because at least if they had killed off Ellie, and, you know, this is another thing to think about, is Ellie's technically a more important character. Because she's supposed to be this cure. Yep. I know I'm not going to the Steel Titan, I'm just really looking for trainers first.
I just figured you're leveling up and we were just talking while you do that.
I want to do more trainer battles, because we don't do enough trainer battles, and we look lame, because that means we're just doing easy road to me. So if you think about it, Joel's not the most important character overall. Like, he's just the guy. Ellie's supposed to be this...
She could have been the savior of humanity, you know?
Yeah, she could have been a savior of humanity. They could have made all these... The thing is, it wasn't guaranteed either. It was only a possibility. But that's still better than nothing.
Right.
And if they had killed off Ellie, I feel like it would have made... I wouldn't say more sense almost, but it would have made a better story. Because then not only is it a revenge story, which I understand, it just is the same, but you just got rid of the only hope that they know of for humanity. And I just feel like Joel would have made a better character. It's not even like Ellie's a bad character, it's just they did the story in the wrong order, and that made it shit. There's a YouTube channel out there that basically took the game and put it in a different order, and I watched part of it. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as like it really is when you watch it in this different order. But because they put it in this exact order, all they do is piss people off. There were streamers when that game came out, I know you remember this, that literally played the game for 10 minutes and people were breaking their game discs. And, you know, they were getting refunds, anything, just because of that moment. And it's just like, hey, there's a Steel Titan. I would like to heal Randy up before we take on the Steel Titan.
Yeah, no problem. I figured, just in case there's more trainers in the area, you're just gonna continue what you're doing.
I can't wait to see what you name this episode. It's gonna be like... We talk shit about... We're never getting sponsored from Naughty Dog, so thanks. Not that we're ever gonna get sponsored anyway. One day.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you don't even have an email for them to contact you at, so I don't know.
I need to change that. We do have a business email, but we don't have it set to...
You have to have a public email.
Yeah, I was gonna set it to public. I meant to do that like a month ago. After we're done tonight, we should do that.
Yeah.
Because I've always wondered if there's maybe like a time. Because I've noticed that we get some comments from what seems like other YouTubers once in a while. I've always wondered.
We see them. We're not ignoring them. It's
We do see them.
Yeah. I mean, we don't get a lot of comments, so we can't help but see them.
I still I feel bad because that one comment from us was telling us that we should check out a Discord, and I still haven't done that.
Yeah.
And I doubt they watch our videos, but they do. I'm sorry.
We do intend to look at it eventually. It's just we've been really busy, and just doing this has been really
relaxing. But also at the same time, it takes up a lot of time for Jack to edit.
Yeah.
And we work full-time jobs, so you know, we're trying. What was I saying before?
About The Last of Us?
Yeah. What did I end my tangent on?
That people were breaking their discs because of how angry they were.
There was a huge rage mode when that game came out because of that. And if they had just done it in a different order that made sense, it really probably wouldn't have been that bad. There would have been a lot less criticism about why this game is trash and why everyone hates it, and we're so mad we're basically going to riot over it. It would have been different. I can definitely see it being different, but that's what they chose.
Yeah. I mean, it's a decision made by the creative decision made by the company, the producers, the writers, just to tell a specific story they wanted to tell.
I just think they chose the wrong way to do it, and that's all it comes down to.
And I understood the point that they were trying to make, which was, one part is to try and like see if a character who did something so wrong to us could be redeemed, because in the end what she did was, you know, she got revenge, just like Ellie did. And you know, throughout the whole process she also...
What's shiny?
Is what shiny?
That brown one pink, or is that...
It's hard to tell.
I think it's just the white. Yeah.
But so I understand that part of it, and then, you know, it's also about Ellie, you know, doing exactly what Abby did, which was to go get revenge, just like Abby did, revenge for their fathers. And in the end, Ellie lost a part of herself just doing that. I mean, she got her fingers bit off. She couldn't even connect with the one way she had left. She lost her girlfriend. She lost the baby they were raising together.
You know what the worst part is? The ending, to me, is pretty much one of the worst parts of the entire game. And it's just, I don't like that mentality, and it doesn't make sense to me. That after all of that, you would just choose to be like, you know what, maybe I don't want to do that. Like, you've already committed way too much to just...
See, I think they should have done one of two things. If she had killed Abby, she would have gotten her fingers bitten off. If she didn't kill her, then, like, she would have kept her fingers, and at least she could have still had a way to connect with the memory of Joel, which was the guitar playing, you know?
Yeah, because at the end, all that happened is she lost everything.
Yeah.
And she didn't even get what she wanted to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And that bothered me a lot. I was like, I know what they're trying to say. I know it's the whole, like, revenge isn't always worth it. But it didn't seem realistic to me either.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like somebody who went through all of that would not have just, at the last second, been like, you know what, maybe I don't want to. No, they would have just done it.
I mean, no, there's cases of stuff like that happening. I think it just more so comes down to they could have made a choice in the actual game to see, like, what the players themselves would have done. Would they, and it seems like from the general opinion of the game, would they have still been so mad at Abby that they have killed her and they were willing to sacrifice all parts of themselves, sacrifice everything just for the chance to do that? Or would they actually go the route of not killing her and at least, you know, having the memory of Joel? That would have been you know, because that's just, I understand making a couple more cutscenes, you know, but, you know, at that point, you already got the team for it, might as well have done it. Why go through this point where, even though she let her go, why take the one thing she had of Joel away? She already lost everything else, you know?
The thing is, like, they could have given the game two different endings.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, if they just left it down to a choice of kill her or not,
mm-hmm.
the choice to kill her would have been chosen 95% of the time. It would have been up there.
I feel like maybe beginning when a lot of people don't know the endings, but...
Well, that's when you have to take the stats. After people know the endings, it's boring, and that it's not realistic after that, because there's an outcome that you know of.
I'm just saying, like, it just would have been interesting to see if people change their mind after they realize, like, they lose their fingers and they can't play the guitar.
Yeah, they would have probably changed their minds after that, but at that point...
I still think that's an interesting statistic. I know you don't care, but...
Yeah, because it's at that point, it's a false statistic.
It's not false statistics. Everything's statistics. Oh my goodness.
Statistics?
Yeah.
Nerd.
I'm a nerd?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can do point say the word statistics?
Yeah, it's too many S's.
Alright, Steel Titan? We're off to the Steel Titan?
No.
I want that.
That's gonna be the next episode.
No, we're doing the Steel Titan?
No.
What do you mean no? Doing Steel Titan.
I said no.
Why are you guys gonna do it? I'm trying to make these episodes a little bit longer.
Why?
Why? Because I don't want this. I want part of the series to actually matter and not be 600 parts. I'm surprised we've had a viewer retention that we've had of just 8 people watching.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thankful for that.
And they all left after we started talking about The Last of Us.
They all left after we started talking about The Last of Us.
I can't believe they would defend Abby. You know what? I don't think Abby was wrong.
I don't think Abby was wrong, but I think they went about it in the wrong way.
I agree.
Like, I understand. Like, Joel was mad about something, and he took his, he killed the... Was it the doctor? That was her...
And it's not that he was mad about something. He literally did it to save Ellie.
And I understand his actions. And then... But that was Abby's father, if I remember right, wasn't it?
Yep, he was, like, the head doctor working on it.
Yeah, and Abby saw her father die, and she was like, well, screw that guy. I'm gonna remember this. I'm gonna get revenge on him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she did. And I don't blame her, because I feel like a lot of reasonable people would do that.
You know, it just also felt like because Ellie didn't kill her in the end, that Abby just kind of got what she wanted anyways. And I feel like that's
people.
She did, yeah. She lost people, but Ellie lost everybody too.
It's true.
And not just in the death of it. I mean, part of it was death. She also had friends who died.
I was really hoping for like a rare candy somewhere here, just to get another level, but ain't happening. So. But
another part of it was that, you know, she lost everything, and she, you know, Abby started rebuilding. You know, she was able to get her revenge. She lost a lot of people during that, but she also gained the child that she went and rescued.
It's true. Now, The Last of Us, I guarantee you 2 gets a remake at some point.
I just wonder if they would change anything, or if they, you know, wouldn't leave it, leave it alone because it's already part of the story.
I don't remember its arms coming out the first time.
What? That's like a big thing of it.
Yeah, sure. I like how this entire episode was basically us going from what can we talk about to bitching about the last one to a game that's 5 or 3 years old.
It makes sense, though.
That's all because we got the topic of strong women, and immediately thought of Abby.
Yeah, because she's a strong woman.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I don't even think the game was that bad. I just think they could have done it better, and because of that, and there's so many people who praise it as one of the greatest games ever, it's just like, no, I can't agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as good as Dark Souls, that's for sure. Dark Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls. So I was not expecting Randy to one-hit the first part. So this might be easier than I was hoping to. I wanted to heal and hit the wrong button.
I just don't understand why I always terraform for the first part and not the second part.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? I terraform. I terrored on all the second parts. Are you telling me I didn't terror on the second parts?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you can only terraform once per,
No, you terror on both because you get it back.
I don't believe it.
You do. When you get it back. You know who's another strong woman? Strong woman from South Park.
You know what? I like her too. I know a lot of people don't like PC Principal and Strong Woman, but I like Strong Woman.
They don't like PC Principal? I love PC Principal. He's so funny. That he's so different than like the rest of the boys and everything. That's super hilarious.
They felt that he should have been like a couple episodes and then gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. I like that he stayed.
Me too. I think he's a good addition to the cast.
I think he's a great addition because, I mean, he fills his one purpose of being what he's there for certain politics.
Mm-hmm.
And he's much different than a lot of the other characters. You know, a lot of the other characters up until that point were very crass.
Yeah.
And then they had a person who was the complete opposite. So it really added that like whole like feud. Because the thing in TV shows and cartoons and games is you always have to have somebody you can kind of consider a villain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not saying that PC Principal's a villain. See, look. There? You're welcome. But it adds that conflict. You have to have a conflict so that there can be a resolution.
Yeah.
And because of that, he adds a conflict that wasn't there before. It's just a different form of conflict, but it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that made it very interesting. Nate does not like South Park. He's gonna be like, go back and talking about The Last of Us too.
Don't worry. Next episode will be all South Park.
Well, like, it's just, I always think about like an episode I really enjoy is the school newspaper. Because he's like, who wrote this? I'm gonna break their legs. And then
he did.
It's like he wrote it, and then you look over and it's Jimmy, who's the kid on crutches because his legs are broken. He's like, you gonna break his legs, PC Principal?
It's not because his legs are broken.
Well, I mean, his legs don't really work.
Yeah.
Like, he has what, polio?
You know, I don't want to say what he has because I'm gonna be wrong and offend people. So
I mean, I'm definitely wrong. It could be polio. I don't know. And it's just like, it's just funny at that point. We're gonna break his legs. You can break his legs, PC Principal. Or even the episode that he came out in, or debuted? Debuted?
Yeah.
I love that episode when he's just kicking the shit out of Cartman in the bathroom when Cartman tries to get him arrested. It's just like, what'd you say to me? Yeah, Randy, you sold it. This episode was supposed to be more about the Steel Titan, but we definitely got off on a tangent. We had to fill the time with something. We were only just doing trainers, you know?
Hmm.
Don't worry, we'll pick something better for next episode to talk about.
Will we?
No. Look at Arvin, he's laughing. I'm so happy what we get from this. Do you remember which upgrade we get? Because I do.
The flying one.
No. We do not get the gliding. Spoiler.
Oh, what, you didn't unlock the flying one yet?
No, that's on the left side. That's from the ground titan.
And then you flap and go all the way up?
You don't fly.
Clearly you didn't play the game like I did.
If you get a flying one and I get gliding, I'd be so mad. You have no idea how angry I'd be because I was so annoyed that you couldn't go further. And the thing is, even with gliding, I was so annoyed because it stops after a little bit and you just fall straight down. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Salty. Vega doesn't watch our videos, but this one's for him.
Because he has salty boy.
Because he's always salty. I really like the music that's going on right now.
I don't know. It's kind of like, carnival music.
My favorite part of this would be if we weren't recording at the time, which we are, don't worry, I looked. But it would be fun if we went through all this and didn't record. Because there's no way we could remake this video.
No, I forgot everything we talked about.
The Arvin sandwich was what started me by asking what was your favorite Pokemon that we've got so far. And then we started talking about strong character models and strong women. And then we started ranting about Naughty Dog and The Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us 2. You know what? I don't think it's bad as people were saying.
I don't think it's as bad as people say. I don't think it's as good as people think it is. I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
No, I'm talking about Last of Us Part 2 in particular.
That's what I'm saying. I think Part 2 is like a 7 out of 10.
Alright, I'll
Even
agree to that.
Even an 8 out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
But no higher. I think it's a great average game. It has great gameplay and bad story.
I don't think the story's bad. I think it has a good story. I think because I'm not particularly attached to the first game. Okay, if this was like Leon that they killed off and like that'd be a different thing. There'd be no redeeming for Abby. Abby killed Leon.
Jack, you would be flying to wherever the Resident Evil studios are. And you would be having words.
I'd be like, have you talked to Charlos? And they'd be like, what? I'd be like, Roundhouse.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Jack, look at this dog. We have to care. It's sad. We have to feel bad about the dog.
Oh man, I'm not even.
Anyway, yeah, we got the high jump, by the way.
Bo show.
That's my favorite part of this game is the high jump.
I like the climbing.
No, I honestly kind of hated it more. After I got it, I found it more annoying because it would grab on the things I didn't want to grab onto.
Stop jumping so much if you don't mean to climb.
I like jumping.
Stop it.
No. His poor map was stiff.
But since I wasn't really attached to the first one.
It's probably Mabostiff. Anyway.
What have you been calling him?
Mobile stiff.
What? Mabostiff.
I wasn't attached to the first game that much either.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, oh, that sucks. I prefer Joel over Ellie, but we're gonna find out that it's not her name, and we've just been calling her that the whole time.
It's Ellie. I know it's Ellie. It's so sad. His dog. It's coming back.
That'd be me if I could have done that for Krauser.
Give me
My dog, not the villain from Resident Evil 4.
Give him all these Herba Mysticas.
Oh yeah. I'd kill giant animals and harvest their findings and feed it to my dog.
That's weird. That's just a weird statement.
Hey, that's what he did.
We do not promote whatever that is on this channel. Don't know what that counts as.
Yeah, Weiss would play the character of...
Weiss would have ran away.
Thunderclaws. Because she run fast. She run fast away, but she run fast.
Thanks, Professor Sa, for A, knowing that we did something, and B, letting me know that I can high jump now. This has been an episode. Everyone's gonna drop watching the series after this episode.
I know, we weren't supposed to be doing
We screwed ourselves by talking about The Last of Us 2. It's over.
we weren't supposed to do high conflict topics, but
I wouldn't really say they're hot conflict anymore. I would say they were hot conflict when they came out, and that's just because a lot of people are
Babes.
based different.
Oh. We went different routes with that.
I can never tell what's a shiny and what isn't.
I just assume nothing is, unless it's a complete different color.
Like those Pokemon that change one thing, like their eyes turn from blue to red, or blue to green.
Yeah. Like, I probably wouldn't even be able to see an
this.
Umbreon and figure out it's a different one.
What? Umbreon's blue.
Umbreon's not blue, it has blue rings.
Yeah, it's blue.
But I don't pay that much attention.
Look, we can jump up things now.
It'd be hilarious if you got a shiny cloth.
Hold on, I can do this? Wow. You just want me to get a shiny cloth? See, I did it.
I wasn't doubting you.
They still haven't fixed backwards jumping, which is also hilarious to me. I don't even think there's anything up here.
Yeah, I have no idea why you're doing this.
Because we could jump. Wow, that does not load very well from here. That's the town? I mean, I guess it doesn't really need to. Hey, look, there's a Terra spot down there. Hey, look, an item. I knew that was there the entire time.
Invisible wall falls into the ocean.
Oh my goodness, now we get the rare candy I wanted. This game, I swear. Alright, so what are we gonna do next episode? So technically we're supposed to head towards the poison base. I don't really want to do the poison place yet, though. So I'll probably head to our boy here.
Norm.
And I gotta figure out if... We also have the ground titan, but he is a menace to society. That's level 55. That guy's like level 40. Yeah, we're probably gonna head towards Larry. AKA, is it this say the... Hold on. The exceptional everyman. Larry. I really wish we had fight moves. Because, I mean, Larry is...
There you go.
Oh, low sweet, but no one can learn it.
Hey, you just asked for a fight move, not one that everyone can learn.
Look, we beat up the worm and now the worms are spawned. Oh man, oh, the game's going. We should probably just end it then.
Yep.
Oh, we'll pick up with the trainer battle. Well, thank you everybody for watching episode 14, or not watching it.
Just
Once you heard we start talking about The Last of Us 2 and South Park.
our controversial opinions.
But thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for episode 15. We'll probably somehow still keep talking about this. Or not.
Yeah, because it's fresh on our mind.
Maybe we'll talk about something more exciting. Bye.
Bye.
Wait. Well, we forgot something? I have to do the summary for you.
That's right.
There's Springy in all its likeness.
Gross.
What? Right. Bye.
Bye.